Welcome back to the Human Planet. I'm your host Marvin Marsh, and we're going to have a great time today. Again, hope you all like the podcast. And if you didn't, that's fine with me. Bottom line, you're only one or two people, billion people on this planet, so that's what I look at. I'm going to talk about something today, and now the music you're about to hear is not. I don't own any rights to this music, okay? But it's going to be a little comedy. I'm hoping to this, but I hope so. But enjoy it. But like I said, the music you're about to hear, I don't own any rights to this music, and I don't claim it. I do own rights in terms of my expression and my interpretation of the existence of life. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. Wow. This is, by the way, this is pineapple juice, okay? I know a lot of my buddies are going to say, Marvin is, at this time he's drinking it. But I can't believe what time it is. Let's see here. 11:54. Yes, I am drinking pineapple juice. Pineapple juice. You know what I'm going to talk about, right? Hold for 1 second, guys. Yeah. I'm going to talk about something, what I call pleasure before life. You say, well, Marvin, what do you mean pleasure before life? When you can ad-lib something and talk about something, someone give you a subject, a word or two, and you can take that word and you can talk about it for 15 or 20 minutes or an hour or 2 hours. That's talent that you have. And everybody says, well, Marvin, you have good talent. You can talk about something, a poem, you can write about it just like that. And I think it's a talent, okay? Education is good, but the fact of it is, it is educated, but I think it's certain things that you have, that talent, it's there, okay? And it's just the way it is. But, I'm talking about in terms of pleasure. Pleasure before life. I'm here because pleasure before life. And this is nothing that I'm talking about, he's going against the, I don't know, he's got to get spiritual or religious. No. Pleasure before life. By the way, pineapple juice is good. No, you can't have anything off my bar, okay? Pleasure before life. Now, I don't want to encourage nothing. I don't want to encourage nothing. Marvin says pleasure before life. In the next 10 days, folks be calling me, maybe the government. Marvin, we have had an 80 or 90% increase. And we know on the planet, bottom line, we have a lot of people on this planet. And everybody be calling, yeah, Marvin, thank you, right, I'm pregnant, Marvin, I'm pregnant, oh, Marvin, thank you very much, Marvin. And the government going to go like, okay, all right, and I'm just talking about this now, that's fun. He's going against our depopulation conspiracy kind of thing there. All right, I'm just kidding, man, all right, okay, I don't want nobody knocking on my door kind of thing. But they do that all the time, and when they do come in, they have some pineapple juice, okay? But pleasure, isn't that something? Pleasure before life. You think about that. Pleasure before life. And I look at myself and others, and other you all look at yourself, men and women. There were pleasure before life. Now, what is my point? You think about that. And a lot of people have gotten into a different frame of mind, a very negative state of mind. But you think about what I just said, pleasure before life. And you have to look at this realistically. You've got to look at this. Really? You really got to look at what Marvin told me, pleasure before life. At a certain point of age in your life, pleasure before life. Think that. Make sure. You think, Marvin was right, pleasure. It was pleasure before life. Now, my existence is the reason why I am here. The pleasure. My mom and dad. Pleasure. I can imagine the, I'd like to say, I don't know, write this music and that kind of thing, but I can really imagine the pleasure before life. And as a result, Marvin Marsh is here. Joe Billy, thank you. Joe Billy and Joe Billy and Eva Billy. The fact of it is, we going back. This is something that is very, it's very decent. Okay, it's very decent. Let me see where we at. Okay, yeah, pleasure before life. I'm going to end this. And what Marvin, what are you saying? Remember this. Don't let any stress, anything trying to infiltrate. Okay, bottom line. Remember, pleasure before life. If you have children, you know what I'm talking about. Men and women, pleasure before life. At that time, at that moment, you think about that pleasure, that good feeling. My brothers and sisters, my human family, let me tell you one thing. You think about that right now. The ones up 45, 55, 65, 75. Bottom line, pleasure. It was pleasure. And just think about the word pleasure. Existed life. And when you go back and think about that, when you really think about, wow, I'm here because of the pleasure. I'm here because of the pleasure. I don't want to get into the other. I see some kind of small percentage of opposition here in terms of the rapists. No. I'm talking about the fact of it is pleasure, and I can debate with you on that. Pleasure, and this is my existence because of the pleasure. My mom and dad pleasure, and it's decent. It's life. And when I think about that, it's so awesome. Thank you very much. But when I think about it, the pleasure, is that something the way that the fundamental steps. Stress to me never existed. You know why? Because of the talent and the way I was taught. I'm going to look at the basic fundamental principles. I got to go. Pleasure, everybody. If your day is going to be a very good day. You think about what Marvin said. I'm going back to the basic of things. The basic. Pleasure. And you think about that. Pleasure. You can apply in terms of pleasure. You think about the pleasure, the good attitudes. You don't want you get a promotion on your job. All right. Bottom line, you're going to come out to cum laude, right? You're going to own your business. You're going to have that business is going to take place. Bottom line, I said that business is going to take place. This is pineapple juice. Thank you. Subscribe, please, and pass on and put thumbs up for me. Remember, pleasure. I know you're trying to figure it out, right? You're trying to figure this out. This is going beyond the norm. That pleasure existed in my life. That pleasure. 5 senses and a perception. What that does, that's just mind that I can go on because of that pleasure. Pleasure. Smile. Liking. Body movement. Apply that to your life. And I guarantee you. Go keep on. I got to get out of here. I appreciate you guys. Pleasure before life.